You have wandered far from your home to the town of Six Crossing. The town earned its name from a meeting of 6 roads which branch out in all directions, each leading to mystery, treasure, and adventure. At the heart of Six Crossing, a busy inn sits at the very point where all roads intersect. All are welcome here. Heroes, villains, friends, foes. Any who violate this norm are dealt with swiftly through a universally recognized social contract that Six Crossing is a haven to all. No exceptions. And there's also Jeremy, the patient and kind innkeeper who's also not afraid to bash in the skull of anyone who misbehaves. You enter the Six Crossing Inn. A troupe of bards performs in a corner near a magically fueled hearth, and there's a fireplace, while patrons distract themselves with food, drink, and company. A cloaked man with a quill and scroll seems to be the only one who notices your entry and beckons you join him at a circular table at the center of the room. A faint smile creeps across his shadowed face as he speaks. Welcome to D&D GPT. Hey everyone, Video Editing Magnus here. I just wanted to hop in real quick to let you know that what you just saw was the unedited introduction to my new live-streamed improvisational series, D&D GPT. I'm going to be streaming future episodes live on twitch.tv/MagnusMendax with 2 X's at the end. And if you want to join in and participate, feel free to follow me over there and you'll be notified of when I go live. I also plan to notify in the future of when those live streams will happen. It will still be a little bit because, as you'll see at the end of this episode, I have some assets that I need to get set up and some story that I need to write before I'm going to be fully ready to keep going. With that said, there were some hiccups at the beginning of this first stream where the AI was not talking properly, so I got that all fixed. I'll introduce you to the AI characters here first. The first character, like I said, was not working at first, so I will read his introduction, at which point the other 2 AI characters will be introduced. Then they were assigned character traits that I will show you their reactions to, at which point the rest of it will just be the live stream cut up so that there's less weird pauses between waiting for the AI to do their thing and waiting for me to get all the technology set up. So I'm just going to go straight into it. I hope you have a good time. I hope you find this interesting, funny, potentially heartwarming in the future on future episodes, and entertaining. And if it does any of those things for you, please consider subscribing to this channel. You'll be notified of any future videos that I will upload right here in an edited format if the live stream is not for you. And I will also link in every episode the live streamed version that will not be publicly available, but you can still get to it by clicking on the link here. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoy. Settle in, my friend, for a tale that has woven itself into the very fabric of my being. It was in the mystical city of Eldoria where the story unfolded, a city that mirrors the convergence of paths we find ourselves in now. In my earlier days, I found myself entangled in a web of political intrigue. The noble houses vied for power, and I, with my silver tongue and musical talents, became an unwitting pawn. One evening as I performed at a lavish banquet, I overheard whispers of a plot to manipulate the city's course for personal gain. Fueled by a sense of duty and perhaps perhaps a touch of naivete, I delved into the shadows, gathering information and allies among the city's underbelly. The strings of my lute resonated not just with melodies, but with cadences of secret and hidden motives. As the plot unraveled, I stood at the precipice of a choice. Expose the truth, risking my safety and the comfortable existence I knew, or retreat into the familiar embrace of the city's musical enchantment. The echoes of mentorship and the wise words of a seasoned bard guided me. I chose the path of revelation. The grand reveal during a masquerade ball sent shockwaves through the noble houses. Though my life was upended, I had earned the respect of those who valued truth and justice.
Though my life was upended, I'd earned the respect of those who valued truth and justice. This experience shaped me, teaching me the delicate dance between melody and discord, between the pursuit of personal pleasure and the responsibility to society. Now, as Arik Swiftsong, I carry the echoes of that pivotal moment, always attuned to the stories beneath the surface and ready to face the music, be it sweet or discordant.
We have our second character to introduce you to. I don't know her name, but we will have her introduce herself. So, why don't you tell me a little more about yourself?
As I enter the Six Crossing Inn, the warm hum of conversation and the melodic tunes of the bards envelop me. My elven senses keenly pick up on the varied scents of the hearth-cooked meals and the rustic charm of the establishment. I approach the circular table where the cloaked man awaits, his quill and scroll in hand. Taking a seat, I pull back the hood of my cloak, revealing the silvery strands of my hair and the enigmatic glint in my eyes. With a nod, I acknowledge the man's invitation. I am Elandrin Whisperwind, a wanderer from distant lands seeking tales and truths, a rogue by trade. I navigate the shadows and secrets of the world. What brings you to seek my story? My mysterious friend. I gesture toward the bustling inn around us, where the lively ambience seems to dance with the flickering flames of the magical hearth. The man's faint smile deepens, and he leans in, eager to unravel the threads of my past and the adventures that lie ahead.
Thank you, Elandrin. I myself am a collector of tales. Would you please tell me a tale from your own past?
It's Elandrin Whisperwind. My apologies for any confusion. But worry not, for I shall weave a tale from my past for your eager ears. Many moons ago, in the elven city of Eldery, where the treetop canopies intertwined to form a living tapestry, I found myself entangled in a web of intrigue. Eldery was a place of both beauty and secrets. As a young rogue seeking to master the art of stealth, I became embroiled in a shadowy conspiracy that threatened the delicate balance of our elven society. It began with a stolen artifact, an ancient gem of otherworldly power known as the Moonstone Shard. Whispers in the night hinted at a mysterious figure, shrouded in darkness, who sought to harness the shard's magic for nefarious purposes. Unable to ignore the call to protect my homeland, I took it upon myself to track down the thief and retrieve the precious Moonstone Shard. The journey led me through moonlit forests, hidden caves, and forgotten ruins. Along the way, I encountered enigmatic allies and faced treacherous foes, each step revealing a layer of the conspiracy that threatened Eldery. The pursuit tested not only my skill with the blade and mastery of stealth, but also the strength of my resolve. In the end, beneath the boughs of the elder tree, I confronted the shadowy figure and unraveled the truth behind the stolen artifact. The Moonstone Shard was a key to a forgotten realm, and its power, if misused, could bring about calamity. With the aid of newfound companions, we thwarted the dark plans and secured the shard, restoring balance to Eldery. And so, the tale of the Moonstone Shard became a chapter in my journey, etched in the annals of elven lore. Now, I find myself in Six Crossing, eager for new adventures and tales to add to my ever-growing collection.
A third figure steps in and sits at the table.
I nod to the mysterious figure, my warhammer lightly tapping against my chainmail as I approach the circular table. With a respectful bow, I take a seat, the sturdy wood creaking slightly under my weight. The warmth of the hearth contrasts with the coolness of the stone walls, creating a comfortable atmosphere in the inn. My name is Kayla Stoneforge. I begin, my voice carrying the no-nonsense tone common among dwarves. I hail from the mountains, where the forge fires burn bright and the echoes of our ancestors guide our path. I am a devoted cleric of Moradin, seeking to bring the blessings of creation and protection to those in need. I glance around the bustling inn, taking in the lively scene. I ventured far from my homeland, drawn by the call of destiny and the tales whispered in the winds. What brings you to this crossroads of adventure, my enigmatic friend?
I am here to collect stories and to share them with the masses. I have a strong feeling about you. Would you please tell me a defining moment from your past that has helped forge you into the person you are today?
I take a moment to reflect on the defining moment that has shaped my journey. The flickering flames in the hearth seem to dance to the rhythm of my memories as I begin to speak. There was a time when our mountain home faced a dire threat, a horde of marauding orcs that descended upon us like a relentless storm. Our stout kin rallied, and I found myself standing alongside them, my warhammer held high. In the midst of battle, a dear friend and fellow cleric fell, wounded and in need of aid. The weight of responsibility pressed upon me, and I felt the divine energy coursing through my veins. With Moradin's guidance, I healed my friend, and together we pushed back the orcish invaders. It was in that crucible of conflict that I discovered the true power of my calling, the ability to stand as a bulwark against the forces that seek to harm our people. I pause, the intensity of the memory still vivid in my mind. That moment forged my resolve and deepened my connection to Moradin. It instilled in me the duty to protect and heal, to be a beacon of hope in the face of adversity. It's a lesson that I carry with me, a flame that guides my path in the world beyond the mountains.
So here we've got some backstory of our 3 new AI warriors. Now we are going to assign them personality traits. So let's get back down our little projector wheel here and pull up our picking wheel. So first here on our left, let's see, his name was Arik. Swift Song. What are you going to be for us today? I am going to give your character a unique trait. This trait should not be the main focus of your attention, but should occasionally guide your actions when appropriate. Your character trait is that you like to eat other people's food.
Ah, a delightful quirk in the symphony of my existence. Arik Swiftsong, the bard with a penchant for tasting the flavors of others. It's not that I lack my own appreciation for culinary arts, but there's something uniquely satisfying about sampling the diverse dishes crafted by different hands. As I sit at the circular table in the Six Crossing Inn, engaged in conversation, my eyes occasionally wander toward nearby tables, drawn by the aroma of exotic spices or the sizzling sound of a well-prepared dish. It's not thievery, mind you, but more of an unspoken understanding that the joy of shared tales extends to shared meals. Should a fellow adventurer offer a bite of their hearty stew or a morsel of a mysterious delicacy, I graciously partake, savoring the richness of their experiences along with the flavors. This curious trait, a subtle undercurrent in my journey, adds a touch of camaraderie to the tapestry of our shared stories. So, in the midst of our tales and adventures, don't be surprised if you catch me stealing a bite from your plate, a playful grin on my lips. After all, what better way to experience the world than through the taste of its diverse offerings?
Your character trait is that you often talk to yourself when you're alone.
As I sit at the circular table in the Six Crossing Inn, my gaze wanders momentarily, lost in the dance of the flickering flames. A subtle grin plays on my lips as I recall the tale of the Moonstone Shard. However, the man across from me seems to sense a momentary distraction and inquires, "Elandrin, what occupies your thoughts in this moment?" With a blink, I refocus on the present, my silvery eyes meeting his. "Ah, my friend, just reminiscing about past adventures. A rogue's mind tends to wander in the shadows of memory. Now, you mentioned you collect tales. What brings you to the crossroads of Six Crossing, seeking stories from wandering souls like mine?" As the conversation unfolds, a subtle habit reveals itself, When the quiet moments arrive, and I find myself alone, the soft murmur of my own voice occasionally escapes, a whispered dialogue with no one but myself, a habit ingrained by solitude and the need to process the intricacies of the world. It's a trait that surfaces subtly, guiding my actions like a quiet companion in the background of my adventures.
You think you are famous, but nobody knows who you are.
A chuckle escapes my lips as I consider the peculiar trait bestowed upon me. I take a moment to straighten the crest on my chainmail, adjusting it with a sense of self-importance. With a confident nod, I respond to the cloaked man. Well, my friend, in the halls of my mountain home, I am a legend, a tale told by the fireside. Songs are sung of Kayla Stoneforge, the stalwart cleric who stood against the orcish tide. The echoes of my deeds resonate through the tunnels, and every dwarf knows my name. I lean back in my chair, a glint of amusement in my eyes. Yet, as I tread these lands beyond the mountains, I find myself in the curious position of being a legend without an audience. It matters not. The stories may not have reached these distant corners, but my actions speak louder than any bard's song. With a subtle grin, I glance around the inn, half expecting someone to recognize the famous Kayla Stoneforge. Perhaps one day, the tales will catch up with me, and I'll be hailed for my exploits even in these foreign lands.
As you look about the inn, you notice several strange characters seated all about at various different tables. At one table, you see a strange-looking creature, smaller than a man, glowing green, somewhat akin to a panda bear in a spacesuit. You're not quite sure what to make of him. At another table, you see Jeremy the innkeeper. At a third table, you see an oddly dressed group, one of whom is some type of lizard creature, all gossiping and chattering away. At a fourth table, you see a boisterous, rotund man, making merry as he drinks and laughs with those around him. At a fifth table, a man in a well-fitting pinstriped suit appears to be eyeing you with anticipation. At a sixth table, a man wearing two bright shirts, some type of black eye protection, and white spiked hair is making lots of noise. Which of these characters would you like to go and speak with?
The inn is alive with a vibrant assortment of characters, each one a potential note in the ever-evolving melody of our shared tale. My eyes flit between the tables. Considering the intriguing possibilities, a whimsical curiosity draws me toward the glowing green creature, akin to a panda in a spacesuit. What in the realms is this enigmatic being? With a light-hearted spirit, I make my way to their table, lured by the allure of the unknown. I approach with a friendly smile, my bardic charm ready to unravel the mystery within the cosmic panda's presence. Greetings, fascinating friend. Mind if I join you for a moment? I'm Arik Swiftsong, a wandering bard with a taste for adventure and a curiosity for the extraordinary. What brings you to this crossroads of tales, and what wonders do you carry within that radiant form of yours?
My name is Henry. I'm looking for someone to help me save the princess. She lives in a castle in the land of Lullaby.
Ah, Henry. A quest of noble endeavor. Saving a princess in the land of lullabies sounds like a melody woven with dreams. Tell me more. Dear friend, what challenges lie ahead? And how can Arik Swiftsong lend his talents to your noble cause? Is there a particular tune that guides us on this heroic journey? Or shall we compose one together as we embark on this adventure? The harmonies of our shared efforts shall resonate through the very fabric of the tale we weave.
Henry grabs at some of the spiced potatoes at his plate and shoves them in his mouth before beginning to speak with you again.
If you want, you and your party could come with me to the land of Lullaby tomorrow and help me save the princess. Maybe you should go talk to your friends and see if they want to do that too.
With a gleam of excitement in my eyes, I nod in agreement. Henry, my newfound companion, your quest is music to my ears. Tomorrow, we shall venture together to the land of lullabies, and with the chords of friendship and bravery, we shall compose a tale worthy of bards' retellings. I gracefully rise from the table, my lute at my side, and make my way to the other characters scattered throughout the inn. Their tales and potential harmonies await, and I shall extend the invitation to join our grand adventure to each one. Approaching the peculiar lizard creature and their party, the boisterous rotund man, the sharply dressed gentleman, and the man with the 2 bright shirts, I share the news of our impending journey to the land of lullabies. Dear friends, a noble quest awaits us. Henry seeks aid to save a princess in the enchanting land of lullabies. Will you join us on this symphony of adventure and bravery? Together, our tales shall echo across the realms.
Apparently, Auric is wanting all of these individuals to go and save the princess in the land of lullabies. We return to Auric soon. But for now, we will join with Alandrin and see who it is that she would like to go speak with.
Surveying the lively scene of Six Crossing Inn, I find myself intrigued by the enigmatic creature at the first table. The glowing green figure resembling a panda bear in a spacesuit. Curiosity propels me towards the mysterious being, my elven senses heightened as I approach. Good eve, peculiar traveller. I greet the glowing creature with a nod, taking a seat across from it. I am Elandrin Whisperwind, a seeker of tales and a wanderer of realms. What brings you to Six Crossing, and what stories do you carry in your luminescent presence? As the conversation unfolds, my eyes continue to wander, catching glimpses of Jeremy, the boisterous rotund man, and the other intriguing characters scattered throughout the inn. The air is thick with the promise of diverse stories waiting to be shared, and my rogue instincts tingle with anticipation.
We follow her to where Henry is still standing on the table. As he's standing there, another individual comes up from behind and pushes him off. It is a small dwarf-like man, the man wearing 2 shirts. This is a great dive, but I've got to get back to Tasty Town. Follow me down unnamed road if you want to be swimming in sauces. He reaches over to the neighbor's table, grabs a chicken leg, takes a bite out of it, and throws it across the inn before running out the door and escaping into the southwestern part of the town.
My brows furrow in confusion as the man in the 2 shirts abruptly disrupts our conversation, pushing the glowing creature off the table with a bizarre declaration. I watch, momentarily stunned, as he grabs a chicken leg, takes a bite, and hurls it across the inn before making a hasty escape. I glance at the glowing creature on the floor, ensuring it's unharmed, before turning my attention to the chaos left in the man's wake. Well, that was unexpected, I mutter to myself, a habitual murmur that often accompanies moments of bewilderment. With a decisive nod, I decide to follow the eccentric man, my rogue instincts guiding me. Perhaps this unnamed road holds more than just sources. I muse quietly as I make my way towards the southwestern part of Six Crossing, ready to unravel the mystery that has presented itself.
As you are leaving the tavern, you are dragged back in by your other 2 companions, Auric and Kayla, who will want to discuss with you the options before proceeding in the morning. We now go back to the table, where I will add an additional line here. Your companions have already spoken with the glowing green creature and the man in the 2 shirts. So you find it unwise to visit with either of them. Which of the remaining tables would you like to visit?
I decide to make my way toward the oddly dressed group at the 3rd table. With a firm grip on my warhammer, I approach, my chainmail clinking softly with each step. As I draw near, I offer a respectful nod to the lizard creature and the others seated at the table. "Greetings, fellow travelers," I announce, my voice carrying the weight of dwarven determination. "I am Kayla Stoneforge, a cleric of Moradin. It seems we find ourselves in this bustling crossroads of adventure together. What tales and quests have brought you to Six Crossing, my newfound companions?"
My name is Miss Persephone. I am here looking for people to come and visit my debutante picnic. This man next to me is Sir Eirik, and this woman next to me is Miss Rishka. You see, I'm hoping to one-up Miss Carolyn, who recently become engaged to Sir Wadsworth. I simply cannot have her having a better debutante picnic than myself. If you and your other two friends would like to come join me on the morn, we will be having a picnic in the town of Sir Wadsworth Stinks.
I listen intently to Miss Persephone's elaborate invitation, my brow furrowing slightly at the mention of a picnic on the moon. Nevertheless, I offer a courteous nod and a sincere smile. "Miss Persephone, it's an honor to receive such a gracious invitation. A moonlit picnic does sound like an intriguing venture. I'll consult with my companions, and if the fates align, we may join you in Sir Wadsworth Stinks." I glance at Sir Eric and Miss Irish, acknowledging them with a nod. Debutante picnics on the moon are not an everyday occurrence, and the novelty is not lost on me. I appreciate your kind offer, and we shall consider it as we navigate the winding paths of destiny here at Six Crossing.
I don't remember saying moon, but so be it. Maybe we will end up on the moon by the end of this adventure. So, there you have it, that she now returns back to her group of traveling individuals. They continue to listen and pay attention to those that are around the inn. As you listen to other stories of other individuals around the inn, you see the man in the pinstripe suit. He approaches you and continues to eye you up and down. He says, "My name is Crick. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm looking for 3 individuals to help me with a job. You see, there's this large conglomerate of casinos that has recently opened up in the large seaside town south of here called Puerto Puerta. That's Spanish for doorport, but for most people it's becoming pourport. I mean to take that conglomerate down where it hurts them the most. Their wallet. I think the 3 of you should join me. If you feel like joining me, meet up with me in the morning, and we'll go take them down together." The man in the pinstripe suit leaves. Coming up next is the large, rotund man. He wraps his arm around you and says, "I'm Grabthrax. I'm the headmaster at the greatest university for miles. I'm looking for new students to join my academy, and I think you 3 would fit the bill nicely. I'll even give you a low-interest scholarship, which must be paid back within 3 years of graduation unless said student fails to graduate within 5 years, in which case payment of both principal and interest becomes due upon the first of either dropping out of school or finishing the 5th year without graduating. If you would like to join me at my academy, please meet with me in the morning, and we can head out on the road together." Grabthrax then leaves the table. Finally, Jeremy, the innkeeper, approaches you. Noticing the confusion on your face of all these odd individuals, He begins to explain that Six Crossing wasn't always like this. In fact, it's a fairly recent occurrence that such strange people have been coming to the inn. People have always been weird, but not this weird. He mentions that there's someone who might be able to help explain what's going on and why all these strange people are here. This man is named Bon von Longbottom, and he lives in a mansion at the end of the final road that you have not yet learned about. There are now 3 of you sitting together at the table who can now take the night to decide where you would like to travel in the morning, where you would like to continue your adventures, where you feel like your skills will be the most help. The 3 of you are Arik, Alondrin, and Kayla. Arik, tell your companions which of the individuals you would like to travel with on the morning.
As I gather with my newfound companions, Alondrin and Kayla, at the table, I share the tales of Crick's plan to strike at the heart of a casino conglomerate in Puerto Puerta, the offer from the headmaster for a low-interest scholarship to his academy, and Jeremy's suggestion to seek answers from Bon von Longbottom in the mansion at the end of the final road. Friends, I begin, my gaze shifting between Alondrin and Kayla. We stand at a crossroads, much like Six Crossing itself. Crick's quest promises to strike at the heart of greed. The headmaster offers the pursuit of knowledge, and Jeremy hints at unraveling the mysteries behind the strange influx of characters in this once ordinary inn. A playful smile graces my lips as I add, each path sings its own tune, and the melody we choose will shape our destinies. What say you? Shall we dance with Lady Luck in Puerto Puerta, seek knowledge in the halls of academia, or journey into the mysterious mansion and meet Bon von Longbottom to uncover the secrets of Six Crossing?
As I sit with my companions, Arik and Kayla, the tales of the tavern swirl around us, weaving a tapestry of possibilities. The odd encounters with Crick, the man in the pinstripe suit, the rotund headmaster, and the innkeeper Jeremy leave us with intriguing choices for the morning. Turning to Arik and Kayla, I address them with a thoughtful expression. Well, my friends, it seems we have quite a range of offers on our hands. Crick proposes a daring job against a casino conglomerate in Puerto Puerta. The rotund headmaster offers entry into his academy, a place of learning and potential adventure. And then there's the innkeeper Jeremy, suggesting that Bon von Longbottom may have answers to the strange occurrences in Six Crossing. I pause, allowing the weight of the decisions to settle in. Each path presents its own challenges and rewards. What say you, Arik, Kayla? Which of these individuals and opportunities piques your interest? Where do you feel our skills would be best put to use?
It appears that the decision now rests with Kayla. Both Arik and Alondrin seem to think that Crick, the rotund man, Grabthrax, or Bon von Longbottom might be the answer to their quest. They look to Kayla for answers and ask her to please make a decision on where they should head in the morning.
I sit back in my chair, stroking my beard in contemplation as I consider the diverse opportunities laid out before us. With a decisive nod, I turn to Arik and Alondrin, my companions, and speak in my firm, dwarven tone. Well, it seems we have quite the array of choices ahead of us. Bon von Longbottom might hold the key to unraveling the mysteries surrounding Six Crossing. Crick's mission to strike at the heart of a casino conglomerate is a bold endeavor. And then there's the headmaster, offering us a chance at education and a unique scholarship. I pause for a moment, weighing the options. Given our diverse skills, I believe our path lies with Bon von Longbottom. Understanding the strange happenings in Sixth Crossing might shed light on the nature of our adventures here. Besides, navigating mysteries aligns well with the guidance of Moradin. I turn to Arik and Alondrin, seeking their thoughts. What say you, my friends? Shall we embark on a journey to Bon von Longbottom's mansion in pursuit of answers?
You head off to bed, and I'll awake in the morning and meet at the table. You've all thought it over at night and have decided. You decide to heed the message of the innkeeper and seek out the mansion at the end of the road which leads northeast out of town. After walking for some time, you see a large building on the horizon. Just as you are approaching the building, you hear the shrill scream of a woman. From her cries of pain, you make out one fact. Bon von Longbottom is dead.